a lot of history that stands on Thad Dansby Baseball Field in Ariton, and a piece of its story was shared today. Community members joined together this afternoon to celebrate the unveiling of a plaque for Ariton's colored school that once stood on those grounds. Ariton Elementary Colored School was established in August of 1941. It was a two-school room purchased by the Dale County Board of Education. Today, 2 students enrolled in that program came to remind the current students how important it is to know their history.
If you talk about people that are below us, a lot younger than we are, they don't even know that it was a school here. So I think it's a good thing to teach them about the history.
It's a wonderful thing to be here today. I never did thought we would be recognized. It's a black school in this area that was here for so many years, and that was the main thing I was really concerned about, is being recognized.
Ariton Elementary Colored School closed in 1969 as schools in the town became integrated. The site later served as a place for seniors in the community before it was later named Thad Dansby Field after a local Ariton man who died of spina bifida.